Hello everyone, I'm Click Coder and in this video I will be doing a review of match 42 between GT and RCB. So the last time they played each other, RCB won the match, chasing down the total as Sai Sudarshan's 100 went in vain. So this match was played at the Narendra Modi Stadium in Ahmedabad and GT won the toss and decided to bowl first. RCB were bowled out for just 155 and then GT chased down a target comfortably in 15.5 overs. Jason Holder was the player of the match for his all-round effort of 4 overs, 2 for 29 with the ball, 3 catches in the field and 12 from 10 with the bat. Now let's start with the playing 11 for the match. So GT had one change. They brought in Rahul Tewatia. So in the last game they didn't bring in any impact player. So he was the extra player in this match, and he was also the impact sub, and he came in place of Mohammad Siraj. For RCB, there was one change with Venkatesh Iyer coming into the side in place of Rafiq Salam. So he came in as an impact player in place of Jacob Bethel. So now let's go to the overs of the match. So in the first innings, as always, GT started with Mohammad Siraj and he went for just 6 runs with Bethel hitting a boundary on the last ball. Then the next over, Virat Kohli attacked KG Rabada, hitting him for 5 consecutive 4s of the first 5 deliveries, and he scored 21 runs in that over. Then in the next over again, he hit 6 of Mohammad Siraj, and but in that same over, Jacob Bethel lost his wicket. Then in the next over, KG Rabada made a good comeback with the wicket of Virat Kohli after getting hit for 5 boundaries in the last over. Then after his wicket, Rajat Patidar came to the crease and he hit a 4 in that over to score 5 runs in that over. Then Mohammad Siraj was hit for a 6 and 2 fours by Devdutt Padikkal to score 14 runs. So again, both the opening bowlers bowled 3 overs each in the power play, and KG finished the power play with giving 6 runs in that over with Rajat Patidar hitting a 4. So RCB finished the power play on 59 runs with the loss of 2 wickets. Then Jason Holder came into the attack and he was hit for 2 fours by Devdutt Padikkal to score 12 runs in that over. So Rajat Patidar hit a 6 on the first ball of the next over of Arshad Khan but lost his wicket on the fourth ball of that same over. So this wicket was a little controversial because of the catch taken by Jason Holder. So Patidar hit the ball in the air at the fine leg, and Holder, who was fielding there, he ran towards the ball and he took the catch. And then as he was sliding, he kind of touched the ball on the ground at one place, and also when he kind of got up, he touched the ball on the ground and uh, got up with his hand. The ball was facing towards the ground. So because of that, no, the RCB players or even the coach in the dugout, they were asking the umpires to check the catch again, and they were discussing that with the umpires. But according to me also, I think that he might have had his fingers underneath the ball, or that I am not sure. The umpire also didn't check that much in that wicket. He didn't check it properly whether it was clearly touching or not, or whether the fingers were underneath or not. So I think the umpire didn't give it also to the third umpire to check. I'm not very sure about that because in the broadcast we didn't get uh, any inputs from the umpire who was checking it. But as far as what I saw on the game, so I think he took the catch fairly. So he took the catch clearly. Then his momentum kind of made him to dive after taking the catch. And when he was trying to get control of himself, his hand was kind of facing down with ball in his hand. So at that time, his fingers were underneath the ball or not. That might had to be checked by the third umpire. But I thought he had his hand facing down at that time by sliding, and also after he stopped sliding when he was getting up. He clearly kind of touched the ball onto the ground. He took support of that ball touching the ground and he got up. And I think similar kind of decision was given as not out when at the under 19 final, I think the England bowler kind of took the catch and he got up the ball touching the ground. So I think a similar decision. So I think that should have been not out, and Patidar should not have been given out according to me because uh, the ball he had clearly got up while touching the ground. And also, if we check while he was sliding, he might have his fingers underneath the ball or not, so that had to be checked properly. But while he was getting up, he clearly touched the ball on the ground and he got up. So I think what Empire did was he decided that the catch was completed when he took the catch and he didn't check the sliding part and while he was getting up. So maybe that's why he gave him out. But according to me, I think it was not out. Just the way he touched the ball on the ground while sliding and also while getting up. So then in the next over, he a holder came to bowl and he got the wicket of Jitesh on his first delivery. So again in the next over, Rashid Khan got the wicket of Tim David, and in these 3 overs, RCB lost 3 wickets for just 20 runs. So at the end of 10 over mark, they were 91 for 5. Then Arshad Khan came into ball the 11th over and he was hit for a 4 by Krunal Pandya. But in the next ball, he got the wicket of Pandya and RCB lost another wicket in that over. So now RCB had lost 4 wickets in 4 overs for just 26 runs. Rashid Khan bowled another good over, giving away just 3 runs. So at this stage, RCB were under a lot of pressure, not trying to get through the innings and score some runs and put a good total on the board. Then Kagiso Rabada came in to bowl his final over and he was hit for a 4 and 6 by Devdutt Padikkal to score 13 runs in that over. Then Romario Shepherd hit 2 sixes in the next over of Rashid Khan. And after that, Rashid Khan took the wicket of Devdutt Padikkal. So this forced the RCB dugout to send in Venkatesh Iyer as the impact player in place of Jacob Bethel. In the next over, Romario Shepherd lost his wicket on the first ball and the over went for just 6 runs. Rashid Khan and Jason Holder bowled 2 good overs, giving away just 4 runs. At this stage, RCB were not scoring that many runs and they were just trying to play out the overs with no Venkatesh Iyer and Bhuvi on strike. Then Arshad came in to bowl the 18th over and he was hit for a 4 by Bhuvi to score 7 runs in that over. Then Mohammad Siraj came in to bowl his final over and he was hit for a 4 by Bhuvneshwar Kumar, and also Venkatesh Iyer hit him for a 4 and 12 runs came off that over. Then Arshad Khan came in to bowl the final over and he got the wicket of Venkatesh Iyer. And on the next ball, Josh Hazelwood was also out, run out, with RCB getting all out for 155. Then going to the second innings. So in the first over of Bhuvi, Shubman Gill started with a 4 and 6 to score 12 runs. Then in the next over, Gill attacked Josh Hazelwood, hitting 3 4s and 2 6s to score 24 runs in that over. Then Bhuvneshwar Kumar was hit for 4 by Sai Sudarshan, and in the same over on the third ball, RCB reviewed for a caught behind, but the review was unsuccessful and they lost the review. In the same over, they got the wicket of Sai Sudarshan on the last ball and the over went for just 6 runs. Then in the next over, on the second ball, Virat Kohli gave a needless overthrow for 4 when Shubman Gill took 1 run. He threw the ball and there was no backup, so the ball went for a boundary and GT got extra 4 runs. Then on the fifth ball of that same over, Jitesh Sharma dropped a catch of Josh Butler, who was looking to scoop the ball. He got a glove, but no, Jitesh put down the catch. Then on the next ball, he again scooped the ball for a 6 to score 13 runs in that over. Then Bhuvi got the wicket of Shubman Gill in the next over, and the over went for just 2 runs. Josh Hazelwood finished the power play with going for 4 and 6 on the last 2 balls of the power play, going for 12 runs. GT scored 69 runs for the loss of 2 wickets in the power play. Then Suyash Sharma came into the attack and he was hit for 2 6s by Josh Butler to score 17 runs in that over. Then Bhuvi was brought back to finish his spell and he was hit for a 4 on the first ball, but then he got the wicket of Josh Butler, which was an important one, on the third ball, and the over went for just 8 runs. At this stage, GT had lost a wicket of the top 3 with Sai Sudarshan, Gill and Josh Butler out. and it was time for the middle order to perform and win the match for them. Then Romario Shepherd was brought into attack, and on the last ball of the over, Washington Sundar got a six, which was a chance to Venkatesh Iyer on the boundary, but he could not hold on to the catch. He came in too far ahead from the boundary, and the ball kind of just went above his hand, and he got a touch on that ball, but he could not hold on to the catch. Then in the next over, Josh Hazelwood also finished his spell, going for just 7 runs. At the end of the 10 overs, GT were placed very well at 109 for 3, needing just 47 runs from the last 10 overs. Then Romano Shepherd continued his spell and he got the wicket on the first ball of Shah Rukh Khan. Then GT made the impact sub, bringing in Rahul Tewatia in place of Mohammad Siraj. Then on the third ball of that same over, Washington Sundar got out with no RCB taking a review for LBW. The umpire had not given him out, but the review was successful and RCB got another wicket in that over. Then after the wicket, Jason Holder hit a 6 on his first delivery and Tewati also hit a 4 to finish the over with 13 runs. Then in the next over, 2 4s were scored by Rahul Tewatia to score 10 runs in the Suyash Sharma over. Romario Shepherd bowled a good over, giving just 5 runs without any boundary. Then Suyash also bowled an excellent over, taking the wicket of Jason Holder and giving just 4 runs. GT needed only 15 runs from the last 6 overs. Then in the 15th over, RCB took a review for a height wide and it was unsuccessful and a wide was given. This over also went for just 4 runs, and the next over, GT finished the game with Rahul Tewatia and Rashid Khan hitting a boundary each to score 13 runs in that over. Now let's go to the scorecard. So Jacob Bethel 5 from 5, Virat Kohli 28 from 13, Padikkal 40 from 24, Patidar 19 from 15, Jitesh Sharma 1 from 3, Team David 9 from 6, Krunal Pandya 4 from 4, Romario Shepherd 17 from 15, Venkatesh Iyer 12 from 15, Bhuvneshwar Kumar not out of 15 from 15, and Josh Hazelwood out on a golden duck. Then in the bowling card, Mohammad Siraj 4 overs 1 for 38, Kagiso Rabada 4 overs 1 for 44, Jason Holder 4 overs 2 for 29, Arshad Khan 3.2 overs 3 for 22, and Rashid Khan 4 overs 2 for 19. RCB finished with a total of 155 for 10 in 19.2 overs with a run rate of 8.02. There were 5 extras which included 3 leg byes and 2 wides. Going to the second innings, Sai Sudarshan 6 from 5, Shubman Gill 43 from 18 with 4 fours and 3 sixes, strike rate of 238, Josh Butler 39 from 19, Washington Sundar 12 from 12, Shah Rukh Khan 8 from 8, Rahul Tewate not out of 27 from 17, Jason Holder 12 from 10, and Rashid Khan not out on 7 from 6. RCB usually 4 bowlers, so Bhuvneshwar Kumar 4 overs 3 for 28, Josh Hazelwood expensive with 4 overs none for 56, Suyash Sharma 3.5 overs 1 for 44, and Romario Shepherd 4 overs 2 for 30. GT finished with a total of 158 for 6 in 15.5 overs with a run rate of 9.98. There were 4 extras, all of which were wides. Now let's go to the fall of wickets. So for GT, Sai Sudarshan lost his wicket to Bhuvneshwar Kumar with Jitesh Sharma taking the catch. Then Shubman Gill got out to Bhuvi again with Virat Kohli taking the catch. Then Josh Butler got bowled by Bhuvneshwar Kumar with Bhuvi bowling a yorker on the leg stump, and Josh Butler had moved to the offside a bit and missed the ball completely. Then Shah Rukh Khan got out to Romario Shepherd with Josh Hazelwood taking the catch in the 11th over. Washington Sundar was LBW by Shepherd, where RCB took the review, and Jason Holder was out to Suyash Sharma with Devdutt Padikkal taking the catch. So RCB lost all the wickets. So Jacob Bethel was the first one to get out on 34 in the third over with Mohammad Siraj bowling and Rashid Khan taking the catch at mid wicket. Then Virat Kohli got out to Rabada with again Rashid Khan taking the catch. Rajat Patidar got out to that controversial catch from Holder on the bowling of Arshad Khan. Then Jitesh Sharma nicked it behind to Josh Butler on the bowling of Jason Holder. Team David lost his wicket to Rashid Khan with Holder again taking the catch. Again, Holder took the catch of Krunal Pandya on the bowling of Arshad Khan. And Devdutt Padikkal was bowled by Rashid Khan in the 14th over. Romario Shepherd lost his wicket to Holder with Sai Sudarshan taking the catch. And Venkatesh Iyer got out in the last over to Arshad Khan with again Sai Sudarshan taking the catch. And the last wicket was of Josh Hazelwood, who got run out trying to get a single and put Bobby on strike in the last over. Then let's look at the top partnerships of the match. So for GT, the highest partnership was the opening partnership of 42 from just 18 deliveries, with Gill scoring 36 of just 13 and Sai Sudarshan 6 from 5. Then they had a 35 run partnership between Butler and Washington Sundar of just 15 deliveries, and another 30 from 20 between Jason Holder and Rahul Tewatia. For RCB, the highest partnership was of 44 from 26 between Patidar and Devdutt Padikkal, where Patidar scored 19 from 15 and Padikkal scored 25 from 11. They had a 34-run opening partnership between Kohli and Bethel of 16 deliveries, another 30 from 21 between Shepherd and Padikkal, and another partnership of 29 from 30 between Iyer and Bhuvi. So now let's go to the graphs. So in the worm, you can clearly see RCB's no worm. They kept on losing wickets in the middle. So first they lost 2 in the power play. Then in the middle overs, they lost 4 quick wickets. Then again they lost 2 wickets in the middle overs in 14 and 15. And in the last over, they lost 2 wickets. So they never got going with their scoring rate and ended up with no below par total. For GT, you can see they were ahead of RCB with the score, and they kept it ahead of RCB throughout the innings and ended the chase in the 16th over. Let's go to the run rate graph. So in the run rate, RCB started well with a run rate of around 13.5 in 2 overs, and after they lost 2 wickets in the power play, their run rate came down to 9.83 in the power play, and from there it fell to 8.33 after 4 wickets in 4 overs. So they kind of finished with a similar kind of run rate. They scored some runs but also lost wickets. But you can see the GT run rate graph. So they started very well with a run rate of 18 in 2 overs. Then they ended the power play with a run rate of 11. So they scored most of the runs in the power play with a very high run rate, and then they had no very little to do as they had scored most of the runs in the power play and in the first 10 overs. So they kind of strolled their way to finish the chase in the 15th to 16th over. Now let's look at the Manhattan. So let's look at the RCB Manhattan first. So RCB had a big over of 21 on the second over, where Kohli had hit those 5 consecutive boundaries of Rabada, and also in the 5th over they had scored 14 runs. So these were the big overs in the power play. Other than that, they didn't have no big overs in the power play. After the power play, they had a 12-run over, but they kept on losing wickets and they didn't get that many high scoring overs after that. They had no 2 13-run overs and one 12-run over to finish. But other than that, they had very few big scoring overs, and most of the overs were below 10. So let's look at the GT Manhattan. So GT had a big over of 24 on the second over, and in the power play they had 3 overs other than the big over, which went for about 10 runs per over. They also had a 17-run over after the power play, so they scored most of the runs in these 7 overs, and then they had very little to do. They had a 13-run over and a 13-run over to finish the game. So if we look at both the building side by side, so the second over of both the innings was a very high scoring one with 24 scored by GT and 21 from RCB. And overall, if you see, GT had more higher buildings and they chased down the total very easily. Now let's go to the summary of the match. So RCB struggled with the bat in this game, and they had to bring in Venkatesh Iyer as the impact sub for that extra runs on the board. They had similar issues in all the games which they lost while batting first. They kept on losing wickets. They could not build a solid partnership in the middle order to get them through a good score on this wicket. The wicket of Patidar with no holder taking that catch and that moment kind of changed the things for them, as no players were also not happy, the RCB players in the dugout, and also the coach was not happy with the decision, and there were some arguments with the umpire outside the boundary. But overall, their batting was not up to the mark in this game. In bowling, they put pressure on the GT batters, but they didn't take the chances, which might have put more pressure on GT. They didn't have a big total on the board, so they had to be outstanding on the field, taking half chances, which come their way, but they could not do that. GT bowled really well in the middle overs to keep taking wickets and no regular intervals. They kept the pressure on the RCB batting lineup and forced them to use an extra batter as an impact sub. And then with the bat, even though they were chasing a smaller total, they went hard in the power play, which gave them that extra cushion in the middle overs. Their middle order finished the game, which will give them some confidence as a batting unit. With no two consecutive wins, they are also having good chances of making it to the playoffs. Now let's look at the points table. So GT are at fifth position with 5 wins and 4 losses with 10 points and net run rate of minus 0.192. And RCB are on second position with 6 wins and 3 losses with 12 points and net run rate of 1.42. Now let's look at the graphs. So you can see after the result in this match, GT has moved to 10 points and RCB have remained on 12 points along with SRH and RR. Now let's go to the position graph. So no, after this match, there is no change in the table as no both GT and RCB have maintained the position. So RCB are on second position and GT are on fifth position. So there are no changes after the end of this match. So now let's go to the playoffs chance graph. So for the top 4 chances, so GT's chance have increased after win in this match from 18% to around 38%. So they were very much with the bottom 6 teams having no very less chance, but after winning this match, they kind of shot up at 38% and they are having some chance. So RCB's chances kind of moved down from 85 to 76, but they still have a good chance of finishing at top 4 in the playoffs. Now let's look at the top 2 finishing chance. So in the top 2 finishing chance, now RCB has moved down. So from 38% to around 32%. Still Punjab have a high chance of 17%. And the next 3 teams have around the same chance of going to the top 2. GT also increases chances from 1.8 to 9.2 after winning this match for a top 2 finish. So that's it in this video, and let me know your thoughts about this video in the comments, and don't forget to like, share and subscribe.